Hey folks, and welcome back to Arts Automotive. Today we have with us the 2020 Tiago, the BS6 version that has been recently facelifted. So as you can see, this bright yellow color is one of the new colors in the vehicle. Now, up close, headlamps. There's a nice piano black finish on the top, chrome finish on the bottom, and you can see the tri-arrow design on the grille similar to the Altroz. And right below that we have our fog lamps, and as you can see this piano black finish over here, it's a DRL in the Tigor, but here not so like that. I really like this design over here, which makes it look like a skirt on the bumper, but that comes factory fitted. Now let's go towards the side and see how that is. Now coming to the side, it's largely unchanged. You get the same 15-inch diamond cut alloy wheels from the pre-facelift. You get your side view mirrors in piano black finish with the integrated indicators, your door handles. Now something new is this black sticker finish over here. I'm not sure if it's limited to just the XZ Plus we have with us today. Really does look good. And coming to the back, it's not that different, but as you can see, the Tiago badging is now in the center with the latest edition, the reversing camera. The bumper is also new. It reminds me of the Hyundai's design. You get your air wash wipe. You get the fin design over here, which debuted with the Tiago when it came out. You get your tail lamps. Again, largely unchanged from the pre-facelift. Let's see what the boot space is like. Now to open the boot of the Tiago, you have the lever inside open it. There's no electromagnetic button here. But opening it up, we have a 242 liter boot space. It's very well spaced. As you can see, the entire thing over here is covered like some premium hatchbacks. It's nice to see. There's no ugly suspension mounts visible. And the parcel itself, it's completely removable if you want to remove, that is, with one single hand. Now the seats, they do not split actually, it's a complete fold. So folding the seat completely down and removing the parcel tray over here, this is the space you get. Now the seat does fold a bit more than this. Unfortunately I can't do it right now, but see, this is the space you get. It's really good for a small hatchback, and it's good with the seats up. It's good enough for a weekend getaway. Now to get into the Tiago, you have your normal keyless entry. It's not a smart key, but it is a flip key, and this is your spare key over here. So pressing the unlock button, actually as you can see, if I press the lock button, the mirrors fold in. That's a very neat feature. So unlocking it, walking up to the car. As you can see, this does not have the 90-degree opening feature of the Altroz, but this is wide enough to enter comfortably. Here's a peek at the interior. As you can see, the tri-arrow design on the seats as well, contrast stitching as well, looks really good. Now this is the door pad of the Tiago, old style lock. Not a big fan of that. You got a chrome door handles, your power window switches. This is the only one that gets illumination for some reason, and you get your power mirror controls over here. Now let's get inside. So once you're inside the cabin of the Tiago, it's a really nice place to be in, and especially this facelifted version. So the first thing that catches your eye is the new steering wheel from the Altroz. So you have your horn in a very comfortable position over here. You have your audio controls here, and it's got a piano black finish here. It's unfortunately not leather wrapped, but at this price point, well, it's not expected, is it? Then you got your central console over here, piano black finish. You've got your 7-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, your auto AC controls, and yes, the side AC vents. You do have an option to get them color coded to your exterior color, so the yellow of this car is the same yellow that you get inside for the AC vents. It is an option, so if you find it too gaudy or too over the top, you can just not have it. Your stalks are in the right place, so you have your headlamp and indicator stalks on the right, your wiper stalks on the left, and you have a fully digital instrument cluster. So if I can just zoom in and just turn the key, as you can see, it's completely digital. You have your speed in kilometers, your fuel empty, that is distance to empty, your odometer, your temperature gauge, your fuel gauge, and your RPM. Unfortunately, I can't start this car because it's completely low on fuel. Now coming to the infotainment system, it's a 7-inch touchscreen display, and as you can see, it's similar to the one that was coming out before, but it's much more sleeker now to use. You got your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, radio, USB, and you've got your Bluetooth setup, and you've also got park assist. So if you're driving the car and you want to see behind, all you have to do is just press this, and as you can see, it comes up. Now you don't have ambient lighting like in the Tiago, so that option's not there, but if you can see in the left top corner, you have your climate control settings, which is really good for a car of this price. So I can switch on and off my AC from here. So that's on, off. I have my temperature setting, my fan setting, and below this we have our settings as well. So you have your vehicle setup and your audio setup, that's your park assist and your approach lamps as well, the home button and the back button. Visibility is good. It's a very sunny day today, still I can see it perfectly. Now coming down, we have an array of buttons here: blank, blank, fog lamp, blank, blank, and your center lock. I don't know why Tata couldn't just group these two buttons together and leave the rest blank, but yeah, that's your lock and unlock. Right below that we have a physical climate control buttons. In case you don't want to fiddle around while driving the car, you have your fan speed over here, you have your temperature, that is the auto button, the off button, your AC switching on and off. Now if you're thinking what is the blank switch over here, the old Tata cars had an econ button. Now that's completely gone. Who in India uses an economy mode for their AC? Now below that we have the USB port where you plug in your phone for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. There's no aux port. I don't think that's necessarily a thing to be missed. I don't know the people who still use that, but if it is for you, do let me know in the comment section below. So now we have our 5-speed manual shifter, and right next to that the handbrake, and no armrest. After using cars with armrests for the past 3 or 4 years, when a car doesn't come with an armrest, it feels really awkward to drive. So I'm not sure how to feel about that. And about the seats, they're very comfortable, they're very supportive, it feels good to sit in them. And one more thing about the audio system, it's a 6-speaker system. If you see over there, you can see the tweeters, and right below that, the front speakers. It's tuned by JBL and Harman, so you know it's the top quality variant over here. Now let's get into the back seat and see how it is. Now getting into the rear of the Tiago is fairly easy. You walk up, open the door, it opens up wide, and as you can see, I've set the seat to the maximum backward position to offer the least amount of space. And as you can see, no adjustable rear headrest and no armrest in the back. But at this price point, like I said, no, it's not too much to ask for, is it? Now let's get inside. Now, once you're in the rear seat of the Tiago, it's quite comfortable. Now, this is the amount of leg space I have with the front seat set to my position. I'm 5 feet 11, by the way. Sitting three abreast is going to be a bit of a squeeze, but sitting two adults at the back, that's going to be comfortable. Your parcel shelf over there, your air door pad. It's actually really comfortable. The city journeys in this is going to be comfortable as well. You got one mid-mounted cabin lamp, which is LED, by the way. It's actually comfortable over here. I actually rate the rear seat space of the Tiago a tad higher than that of the Santro. It's a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder petrol and a petrol engine only. There's no diesel in the BS6 variant. So as you can see, the engine bay, it's fairly filled up. You've got your insulation on the top. So is the Tiago the best hatchback you can get right now? Let's take its two rivals, for instance, the Celerio and the Santro. Now the Tiago is 7.02 lakhs on road Chennai. The Santro is 6.76 and the Celerio is 6.32. Now all the prices I said are on road Chennai and they are the top end variant. For the Celerio it's the ZXi-O, for the Santro it's the Asta, and for the Tiago it's the XZ Plus variant. So comparing the three, the Tiago is the newer of the lot. The Santro's not got a facelift since launch. The Celerio has got a facelift, but it was last year and it wasn't a comprehensive one as the Tiago. Now what powers all three cars are a 3-cylinder engine in varying capacity. For the Celerio it's a 1 liter, for the Santro it's a 1.1 liter, and for the Tiago it's a 1.2 liter. In the Tiago's case, it's a Reventron 1.2 liter 3-cylinder 86 PS 113 Newton meter power unit. It's mated to a 5-speed manual or a 5-speed automated manual transmission. Now talking about how feature rich these cars are, the auto AC is limited to just the Tiago. Now think about it, you get automatic climate control in a car that's priced at 7 lakhs on road. Really good going, Tata. You also get touchscreen, but the Santro also gets a touchscreen. Both are 7-inch units, both have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The Celerio for some reason still doesn't get a touchscreen unit, it has to do with the 2-DIN system. The rear AC is only available on the Santro, neither the Tiago nor the Celerio yet rear AC. Audio system, like I said, even though it's a touchscreen on the Santro and the Tiago's is much better because it's an 8-speaker system, so you get 4 speakers, 4 tweeters, and it's tuned by JBL and Harman. Now talking about alloy wheels, the Tiago and the Celerio get alloy wheels on the top and optional variant. The Celerio gets a 14-inch alloy, whereas the Tiago gets a 15-inch diamond cut alloy wheel, which looks much better than the Celerio's. Then there's the Santro, which gets a hubcap. Now coming to things that are missing from the Tiago, the very first thing is the projector headlamps. The pre-facelift version had them, the 2020 version does not have them. I'm not sure why Tata did that, but still that's something that's really awkward that Tata went ahead with that decision. The other thing is fixed rear headrests. I know the competition doesn't offer them. I mean, the Celerio and the Santro don't have front adjustable headrests, but still, rear headrests should be adjustable at least for the sake of safety. The other thing is the plastic quality of the interior. Although it's decent, fit and finish is okay, it's still not the top notch quality that we expect. To be honest, the Santro's interiors feel better put together than the Tiago's, but then the Tiago is much better than the Celerio. Now, coming to my final verdict. So, I'm going to give points for each of the categories. In the Altroz video, that was my previous video, I was giving it out of 5. So, a lot of you suggested that I should go for 10 since it's easier to score and for you guys to understand. So, I'm going ahead with that. So, for design, it looks brilliant. It's a mini Altroz and the colors are good. There isn't a very wide palette, but the colors that are available are really good. The color that is shown in the video is called Victory Yellow and it is really eye catching. So, for design, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Practicality, it is practical. There's a lot of cubby holes, cup holders, it's got a dedicated umbrella holder, it's got parcel shelf in the boot. It's a really practical car. The glove box isn't deep enough like the Altroz or the Nexon, but it's decent enough, so it gets an 8 out of 10. Drivability, it's got the 1.2 liter petrol engine, naturally aspirated 3 cylinder, which drives sort of similar to the older Tiago. I didn't find a huge difference. Again, I only drove the car for like 15 minutes, so I can't give you a full on verdict on how it was, but with the 15 minutes I spent, it felt similar to the old version. So I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Safety, it's got a 4 star out of 5 rating in the global NCAP crash tests. It's got 2 airbags, ABS and EBD standard. It's missing rare headrests like I said, so that's something that's not cool. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Now, value for money. The XE, that's the base variant, is 5.44 on road Chennai. Then you have the XT at 6.12, the XZ at 6.68, and the XZ Plus, which I reviewed, at 7.02. So it is expensive compared to the rivals, but like I've told you before, it offers more equipment than its rivals. So I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10 on the value for money side. So that brings the grand total up to 38 out of 50, which is good. Now, a special thanks to Lakshmi Tata Chennai for helping me shoot this video and to Mr. Ashok who helped me a lot during this shoot. He even arranged the cars, outside so that I have more light to shoot in and stuff. So, if you're planning to check out the Tiago, I'm dropping the contacts in the description area below. So, do check it out. Thank you so much for watching the video. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, leave a like, comment down below if you need to see other vehicles or if there's some sort of comment on how to improve my videos. Do let me know. Thank you so much. See you next time.